Hi, I'm James Yarbrough, and this is my final presentation for my instructional unit. The first thing I want to do is go over what type of school district I did my instructional unit in. The school is a suburban public district, has a student population of roughly 1,500 students. The school is 72% white, 10% Asian, 9% African American, 5% mixed races, 4% Hispanic. The school graduates 99% of all students, and of those, 80% go on to a four-year college. The school has 7% of the students designated as low income. I'm in a high school. The class is a ninth grade class, and it's a humanities class, which is an English and world history class that's mixed. I work with freshman students, and their ages range from 14 years old to 16 years old. And for this class, it's double blocked. So we have the students for basically first period and second period, which equals an hour and 40 minutes. However, the students usually take a break after about 15 minutes. The students I have in this class have been identified as needing additional support with things like organization, study skills, study habits. Their reading levels are not grade appropriate, along with being diagnosed with ADHD. There's a diverse group of learners in the class. I have 8 boys, 2 girls, and the breakdown is 6 white males, 1 Indian male, 1 African American male, 1 Asian female, and 1 Hispanic female. Again, it's a resource room, and the way that the school is structured, it's kind of a 3-tier approach. You have a resource room, a 3-tier approach for students who are on IEPs. You have a resource room, you have a collaboration room that's a mix between regular ed students and IEP students, and then you have your regular education, and that could range from anything from just a regular class to AP or whatever the situation may be. So that's kind of how the classes are structured, with the goal of all students reaching at least collaboration courses as we begin to schedule them for the next year. So hopefully the resource room is helping them with organizational skills as well as some remediation to help them be ready for the next step. Many of the IEP goals for the students in the resource room is working towards reading on their grade level. The reading goals are tied to a Lexile score that corresponds to ninth grade reading levels using an assessment tool that's called Achieve. The reading goals are linked to being able to read passages and annotate and actively read and answer questions with 75% accuracy 5 out of 5 times. So that's the goal, is by the end of the year, they want them to be able to do that 5 out of 5 times with 75% accuracy. If they're able to do that, then we can take a look at going back and checking their Lexile score, and then begin to let them work their way into taking collaboration courses with other general ed students. And this is done just by demonstrating that, demonstrating that grade level reading and organizational skills that we're trying to teach them in the resource room. So the resource room, again, I kind of explained, it's a really, really small group environment, and working on little things like recording homework. Each kid is given an agenda that they can use to easily show the teachers that they're keeping track of their homework assignments, but also parents. And it's also a tool for the students to make sure that they're tracking the work that they need to be working on at home if they do have homework. The other piece is all of the students have binders for the various classes, and they have mailboxes in our resource room. So those binders are for keeping any of their homework, any of their notes, any of the supplemental information that's given out in the class, so that they have it in one space, and it's an organizational tool for them. All right. The lesson plan that I chose to do with the students is a book from the Odyssey by Homer. And the reason that this was chosen was there's the class is called Humanities, which is a mix between English and world history. Every freshman in the school district takes this course, and it's meant to be the foundation for helping them to be able to write papers, to be able to read across the curriculum, and to understand the expectation of the level of work that's required for this school, for this high school in this school district. So even though the kids are in a resource room, all the other freshman humanities classes are reading the Odyssey. I felt like it was a good idea to have them do something that their peers are also doing to give them a sense of they're able to do some of the same things that the kids who are in regular ed or collaboration classes are doing. So we chose, I chose to focus on a unit that dealt with 3 of the books from the Odyssey. We did book 1, book 5, and book 10. We kind of skipped around a little bit because some of the reading in the Odyssey is very difficult for a regular student, let alone a kid in the resource room. So we kind of skipped around, and I kind of just told them what was going on in the other stories. And we kind of focused on these books to give them a good idea of what's going on. So in book 10, what I wanted to do was make sure that I read aloud to the kids. I printed off copies of the readings so they can follow along and highlight and annotate as we went. The outcome that I wanted was for the students to be able to recognize literary devices such as metaphors, similes, alliteration in the work, but I also wanted them to get a grasp of how to decipher some of this language that's used in the Odyssey. So as I read, the students would highlight examples of alliteration or examples of a simile or an example of a metaphor and write those words down in on a study sheet so that they could have that as a reference and as an example. And some of the language that I wanted them to look for were things like epithets, like they say Superman is the man of steel. So that's an epithet. It's used very frequently in the Odyssey to describe some of the characters, so I wanted them to be able to understand these literary devices, and we were going to I was going to read the Odyssey to them as they followed along when we talk about the story of Odysseus, which the students really got into. All right, so the delivery method was they each had a copy of each of the books that we went through. I would read to the class, stopping frequently to ask the kids, do they see the use of a metaphor here? Or can they identify alliteration? Or can they give me an example of what we just read? And can you tell me what the epithet was there? And it was fairly successful. The kids did a good job once they started to understand the meanings of a metaphor, simile, alliteration, epithet. They started to do a good job of picking up the meaning of those things and how it wove its way through the reading of the Odyssey, book 10. So for the assessment piece, I did it 2 ways. One was each one of the students was expected to actively annotate as we read through the book. But I would also give them a study guide at the end of each book that we would go through. So I would ask questions like, who did Odysseus go to see to get the bag of winds? And I would give them the answer and we'd talk about it. We would say, who is the For example, there's a nymph named Circe who turns his men into pigs, and we would talk about what's a nymph, and what are some of the weaknesses and some of the strengths of Odysseus in dealing with some of these issues that he's coming up with, to try to humanize Odysseus, that he's more than a man. He's like a part god. But we wanted to tie it together to show that he was on this journey to complete himself, to try to shore up all of his shortcomings. So we would just talk about that and make sure that they had those things down in their notes. And one of the tools that we use for formative assessment was something called Kahoot. And Kahoot is it's kind of like Jeopardy, where I can take right from my study guide and put questions into Kahoot, and it'll give them several different options to answer. And we'll go through as a class, and it's a game, and I'll say whoever wins gets to pick from the candy bag. I have a bag of candy with Reese Cups, Snickers, or whatever. And if you came in first, second, or third, you got a chance to go up and get something from the candy bag. But what this did, even though the kids were playing this game, what it did was reinforce everything that we had read. It helped to reinforce everything on the study guide, and the kids were having fun doing it as we led up to the quiz. So the second part was we went over 3 books. We would combine the 3 books. Each one had its own separate quiz. And at the end of that 3-book unit, then we would take a 3-book unit quiz assessment. So that's kind of how we did it. And I would go back after the quizzes and try to see what the kids were having problems with or had questions with. But for the most part, Kahoot really does a good job of helping to get them to understand the material that they need to know for the upcoming quiz. So the reflection of the whole thing, I think one of the most powerful parts was me actually reading the story to them so that they could follow along. And we were able to point out, using a smart board, we were able to point out examples of alliteration. We were able to point out examples of epithets. And we were able to stop and go back if a student didn't understand certain things. Well, what did this mean, Mr. Yarbrough? We were able to stop and go back and reread it and kind of talk it through, especially with the double block period. We could take our time, make sure that the kids had a great understanding of what the Odyssey really was. And it gave them an opportunity to feel like they were reading a very challenging work and understanding it as a group. And that was probably the biggest thing. The kids started to understand exactly what Odysseus was going through, and he's just another guy trying to make his way home, and he's faced with challenges, and how is he going to do this? So that's really probably the biggest thing in reflecting, is that the kids are in a resource room, but they're capable and they're able. It's just a matter of being able to break it down and differentiate it for students. But they're on pace to understand what's going on in the Odyssey, just like the other humanities classes. Thank you guys. Had a good time delivering this lesson to the kids, and I thought it was very, very effective. Thanks.